Okay, so I put a coat of tung oil on my hiking stick, and I know I said it before, but this is a willow tree that was growing in the backyard at our cabin, and it died. So rather than just throwing it away, I made a hiking stick out of it. I carved a little pattern in it, put some paracord in there and some brass tacks. It says Willow 2008. That was the year I cut it down. So yeah, it's really looking good for just a plain old hiking stick. I got the second coat on of tung oil, and I was right, it really did bring the colors out. You can see down towards the bottom of it, which was originally the top of the tree. It's a curly willow, I believe it's what it's called. They grow in a curly motion. All of the branches are curly, and even the main stem is curly. So that little project is finished. I really like the way it turned out. Hey folks, it's Greg. You're watching Greg Country Cabin Outdoors. Hope you're having a great day. It's Friday, and I had a long week, but it was a full week. I put in 14 hours one day just plowing snow, and 6 hours a day before that, and then another 7 hours a day after that. So yeah, I was kind of worn out. I had to cancel a chiropractor's appointment because I was running late because of plowing snow, but hey, that's part of the job. When you got to plow snow, you got to plow snow. Snow don't wait. It's like concrete. Once you pour it, you got to stay with it. So anyway, I'm headed out to the cabin. Tomorrow's poker night for the military. We'll have a few drinks, play some poker. I've got venison roast out in the freezer. I've got to get it out and get it thawing so that it'll be cooked by the time they get there. I've got potatoes and onions and carrots to go with the venison. And okay, so I just arrived at my cabin, and it looks like my neighbor down the road a ways, not that way but the other way, has plowed my driveway in preparation for the poker night, and he did that the last time. So, well, because of the extreme cold we've had, sub-zero temperatures, the water lines are froze up. I've got a heater under the cabin right now on the main feed line, which is where it normally freezes up. I don't know why it freezes up there. I blow those lines off, and I've got it running downhill so that it will run out when I pressurize it. However, it's froze up, so I'm going to go thaw it out, and tomorrow morning, hopefully it'll be thawed out, because, you know, with a group of guys here, we got to be able to use the restroom, and I'm cooking. And I have to have water to cook with. I have to have water to drink. So yeah, it's a little bit of an issue, but I'll get through it. I've thawed them out before. It'll be good. It's the first Friday of Lent, so I'm supposed to eat fish. Oh dear. Somebody absconded with my aluminum foil. Oh well, you know what? Improvise, adapt, and overcome. Put some olive oil on there. I'd use my hands, but they're filthy because I've been crawling around underneath the cabin, putting a heater under there so that I can get my water lines thawed out. So I got to use a paper towel, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. I do want to swab my fish with olive oil. Oh, I got to drain the water out. Okay, no problem. It'll boil off in the cooking process. But anyway, yeah, I want to swab my fish with olive oil because I'm going to use some Old Bay seasoning. And I got to turn the oven on and set it at 350 and get my frying pan out. And my fish pan. Get that heating up. Get out the Old Bay and shake, shake, shake. Turn the light on so I can see what I'm doing. Oh, all of my tools are over in the shed tow. This is the one I was looking for. Oh, thank goodness I don't have to have water to be able to cook fish in a pan. Okay, the oven's getting hot. These fish were caught on August 15th of last year. And I freeze my fish in water because they don't get freezer burnt that way. So, I got a bluegill and a couple of bass. My oven's heating up. I'm going to go ahead and throw these in. Check them in about 12 minutes. Well, I know the party doesn't start till tomorrow, but I'm going to have a beer. Let's see what the temperature's doing in here. Looks like it's about 75 degrees. Not bad with the furnace running set at 75 and the fireplace is going. I've got a nice fire in the fireplace. That'll help warm things up in the living room. But I've still got cold floors, so hey, life goes on. Here's to our troops all over the world serving to keep people free. I really do appreciate them. I hope you do too. This is America, and we need to support our servicemen and women. Okay, it's been 12 minutes. Let's see what we got. Oh, they're looking real good. Turn them over. Looks like my pan warped. Didn't get enough olive oil on them, they stuck. That's alright. they're still going to be edible. Okay, another 10 minutes and we'll have some supper. Looks like the same person that absconded with my aluminum foil also absconded with my butter. One of the staples that I try to keep out here, because freezing it doesn't bother me, but it doesn't bother the butter, is butter or margarine. So my green beans will be cooked without butter. Try to keep the fire stoked up, because once this fireplace gets this area warmed up enough, the furnace doesn't need to be running, and I can save my propane for later. So I need to throw a couple more logs on. Okay, time to pull these out. Oh yeah, they're done. I don't know if you noticed or not, but I take the dorsal out, and I find the fish cooks better if you take the dorsal out. Yeah. There it is. Time to eat. Well, it sure smells good. I sure hope it tastes good. The green beans are good. It'd have been better with butter, but everything's better with butter, right? Oh, let's take this bluegill apart and see what we can come up with. Ooh. It's hot. No doubt about that. It is definitely hot. Mmm. That's so good. Mmm. Yeah. August 15th. You know how to freeze them. They'll always be good. $9:05. Water heater's filling up. It's thawed out. It's all good. So now I got to go back outside in the snow and unplug my heater, because there's no need in running it down there when the water's on. When the water's on, it'll stay that way. Oh, we got one still frozen. I don't know how it's frozen when the rest of them are loose, but hey, such is life. Life goes on. Well, I got water in the bathroom. Don't have any of the water in the kitchen yet, but that's okay. It'll come on eventually. A little bit of pressure helps to melt those pipes. they're not froze up. I had low water pressure and I couldn't figure out why, so I crawled underneath the cabin and found out I had left the hot water drain valve open. So I closed it real quick, and the water tank is filled up, the hot water tank, and I turned it on, so it's heating up, and I'll have hot water. Might have to do the dishes in the bathroom, but hey, at least I've got water. And I'll have warm water, hot water. So, all's well. It'll thaw out. It's going to be a nice day tomorrow. So, wait and see. Well, you can just barely see where I crossed through the snow to go down to the shack the last time I was here. It's all filled in with snow again. Looks like they got another 6 inches up here. We didn't get nearly that much at home, but it's beautiful. You can't help but love it out here. Even when the lights are out, you can still see. It's great. Absolutely wonderful. Well, I've been up for a couple hours now. I've had my coffee, and it's time to make some breakfast. So I got me some bacon. I got a dozen eggs. I've got taters and onions if I decide I want to make that much food. But the bacon's cut. Turn the stove, and why I'm hobbling around. I was running the vacuum last night. Something popped in my hip, and I don't know what it was, but it sent me tumbling to the floor. So I'm dealing with the pain right now, hobbling around, just trying to get stuff done. I'm going to try out my new spatula. Got this for Christmas from my Well, this is the kind of community we have out here. When I pulled up, my driveway was plowed, and this is the neighbor that plowed it, and he's come back with a snowblower to clean it up to make room for more vehicles, because I've got a halfway decent crowd coming over for poker night. I think that's wonderful. You know, when communities pull together like this, it makes life so much better for everyone involved. This is the kind of stuff that happened when I was a kid growing up out on the farm. People would get together, and farmers would take their tractors with a blade on the back and go from house to house cleaning driveways so that people could get out in the heavy snows like that. And my dad and uncle and I spent an entire day after a heavy snowfall doing just exactly that. It's good to see people with a good heart. And this guy, the last time I had poker night, he cleaned my driveway for me, but he wasn't even able to come and participate, which I thought was wonderful. He knew I was having the group out, and he went ahead and plowed my driveway for me. I thought that was wonderful. Good people doing good stuff. Welcome to my America. Okay, so the same neighbor that cleared my driveway came back and brought this cane for me with a rubber end on it. And he brought back his chainsaw because there were two branches laying across my walkway up there, and he cut those out of the way. So nobody's going to have to worry about tripping over them on the way out tonight. Anyway, yeah, great neighbors out here. I love this place. And nobody understands why. The sun is setting in the west. Beautiful evening. It actually got up to 32 degrees out here today. Surprise, surprise. It's Sunday. It's about 1:15. And I managed to survive. The last person to leave left at a little after 6 this morning. We decided around 6 o'clock that we were going to have some coffee and call it a day. Call it the end of a party, I guess. But yeah, we were up all night, and so we had a good time. It's nice to sit and visit and share stories with the veterans. A couple guys went home around midnight, but yeah, this other guy and I stayed up until the sun was up when he left, and I went to bed. So hey, I guess you'd say the party was a complete success. Anyway, something popped in my hip Friday night, and I hobbled around all day Saturday, and by the time the party started, I was actually feeling pretty good. Pain in my hip was just about gone, and so I think things are finally getting back to where they're supposed to be, but I feel a whole lot better today. So yeah, successful party. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like this little video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, and make sure you click that little bell icon to get notified whenever I put up a new video. Like I said, thanks for watching.